welcome back to the channel, and today I want to try to create an animatronic spear throwing machine. Something that throws a spear, not in the simplest way by using like magnets that shoots it out, but something that replicates an actual human arm grabbing and releasing a spear, and hopefully it flies, you know, like a javelin through the air and can hit things and attach to things. So that's the plan for this episode. I feel like this is going to be very hard. So I think the challenge is going to be like dialing in like the elbow and shoulder motions to work together with each other. I don't know exactly how servos are going to, how I'm going to be able to program them to do this fluidly to get a nice, like not necessarily level, but just like a nice, I want the spear to stay level, you know? I don't want the spear to be flipping through the air, and I think that's going to be hard to potentially do. So let's create a solid base here to build off of. The other challenge, not only the joint mechanisms, but then the holding and releasing a spear might actually end up causing more issues than anything, because we're essentially going to have a loose object being held by another separate creation and then accelerating that loose object. Well, no, not necessarily. I could have it be attached by a detachable block, and then we just actually select the release time of the detachable block at the right time. My initial plan was to have the spear be attached by a detachable block, and then before I even start the throw, have it detached so I'm holding a loose spear and then releasing it. But I think using the detachable block as the release mechanism might save me a bit more headache. Maybe. Detachable blocks can sometimes be unreliable. But, you know, let's just try something super basic and not very animatronic just to start off with. We're gonna do max speed. Sure, 45 degrees. Actually, no, let's go 90 degrees. But we're gonna have the arm start in this direction. All right, so that's not very fast, is it? Why isn't that that's not very fast. That's max speed on this thing. I think more, I'm gonna go 110 degrees. Yeah. All right, so now what's our spear even gonna look like? All right, look at that spear. All right, so we can do this and then, okay. That worked way better than I was expecting. Wow, that actually like really does work really well. Oh, you know what? I don't want this on the end of it, actually. I want this. We got a suspension and then an anchor block, because I actually want to throw it at something and then have it stick. Oh, see, all right, now that changed the physics of it completely. Wow, that really changed the physics of it, didn't it? Look at that. That's bad. That's crazy that that cone really kind of like just made it good. All right, so now the problem is we don't have, all right, I got an idea. Oh, this isn't gonna work though. I wanted to create like a cone around it like this, but it won't attach on the sides. It'll only attach on these two sides. Is that enough though? If I rotate the head 90 degrees. It's not over for us yet. I'm gonna use an oar in the back for some drag. The cone works so well, but I really, really want it to attach to things. Wait, all right, what if I rotate this 90 degrees? Oh boy. Oh wait, I got an idea. 1, 2, 3. I released it way too early, but it looked promising. Okay, hold on. We need this now to be in this direction. Hey, I think I fixed it. It's not as, it doesn't look quite as elegant as it did before, but it's definitely, it'll be better. It can be better. So this is why now we have the motivation to create the animatronic effect, because throwing, instead of, right now, I'm throwing like this. But I want to be throwing like this. And this is gonna keep it more level as it releases. At least that's the plan. Because when I throw it like this, I'm keeping the rotation of my arm into the sphere, But when I throw like this, I could level out the sphere as it gets thrown. And my aiming reticles do not know what to do right now though. Look at all of it. It's almost like a battlefield at this point. Just like arrows sticking out of the ground everywhere. All right, this is gonna be fun. Mate, it's probably not gonna be fun. It's gonna be tedious, I bet. All right, so we got the shoulder. Shoulder's doing the shoulder thing. Now we need another joint. All right, I kind of feel like the starting position needs to be, this is up, and then this is like right here. No, this isn't right. What am I getting wrong here? Like this is the arm. Arm goes back, but then like you want it has to have a wrist too. Because we want the wrist to kind of keep the spear level. Because when someone throws a spear, they don't have their wrist like this as they're throwing the spear. They have their wrist like this. And the spear goes. So it's like the shoulder joint doesn't do nearly as much as the elbow joint does. So we're almost gonna be in like this position. We're gonna need a wrist joint. Okay. So I put in some really simple values just as like rough approximations of how I'm imagining it. So we got like the backwards and then the forwards, and you can definitely see this is starting to come together. We just need the end point to actually be that like an angle upwards kind of. I did it. All right, so now comes the complicated part. The throwing programming. So I'm gonna have to use logic gates. So I need like negative values to pull the arm back in the position I want it to be in. And then positive values are gonna be separate. I think I will have all of these going. Wait, so what is the value of this? This is 30 degrees. This is 90. This is 90. Let's just have them all go 90 degrees. That way the relative values are going to be from a similar anchor point. All right, so now let's say that this is going to be our positive. I will color it green for positive. This sends a positive. I need a different one per joint. So 1, 2, 3. We're starting. As we go down, this is going down the arm. So from the shoulder to the elbow to the wrist. So that's 1, that's 2, that's 3. These are all gonna need their own values. Actually, for the most part, I feel like the elbow and the wrist are gonna be direct opposites of each other. So the same value should work to keep the spear level, but let's just give them different gates just so we have the control if we need it. All right, so, oh, actually, yeah, we got like positive and negative, positive and negative, positive and negative. So this should just break everything pretty much. All right, so good. Everything goes 90 degrees in the correct direction. All right, that's good. Now we start fine tuning it. So now I want the shoulder to definitely go less. Let's just see what half feels like. Wait, that's full. This is the shoulder joint, right? Yeah, so this is an output to the shoulder joint. The output should be 0.5. Let's go 0.1. Why is it giving the full value? I need to be able to dial in a fraction of the max angle. All right, I'm just gonna set them all the logic gates to 0.1. And as you can see, it makes no difference. Why wouldn't it make a difference though? It works on a steering hinge. Like if I go 0.8 to the steering hinge. So look, there's that. 0.8 goes up like, what, 45 degrees. It's set to 90 degrees. So if I go 1, you can see it goes all the way. So out of curiosity then, let's say we have a NOR gate. This NOR gate is set to trigger this. So it should just be on now. Yeah, but now if I set that NOR gate to 0.85, sure. Wait, is that working? Hold on a second here. What if we go 0.5 now? Wait, why is that one working though? All right, let's do something here. Let's do something here. But these are not going to have the controls in them. Instead, I have a separate gate that is going to have A and D, and that's going to go into all of these. Let's set this one to 0.5. Now that's not working. Oh, wait, there's some messed up cross-wiring here. Was that the issue the whole time? Well, no, I set them all to lower values too. So hold on, maybe now. It's working now. Okay, it's working now. I think I just need to have I need to have the actual input controls separate from the logic gate. So the input controls come from here and they go into here. All right, so now this is at 0.5, which I feel like that's reasonable. Halfway in between. And then, so this would be 90. I feel like 0.5 is pretty good for the next one too. 0.5. Yeah, like, it's kind of like the arm's almost horizontal. The forearm. So then when we go positive, this isn't on the same speed. It is on the same speed. What? It looks like it's reacting slower. It looks like the wrist is reacting slower, doesn't it? Look at that. The wrist is totally slower to react. It's probably because of the weight on it, maybe? I don't like that. All right, but anyway, we need our end position. So that means I think we need actually a separate control for D. So A goes into all these, but now I actually need a copy of these for the negative. So I will paint these ones red. The red ones will receive the D from this logic gate. So they will only output what I want them to when I press the negative one. Okay, so right now, that does that. So now I need to identify my ending position. So strangely enough, this one actually needs to be positive, but like 0.1. Wait, why is it going down? Oh wait, why is it sending a negative? Oh, so then like what? I gotta go negative 0.1 to invert the signal? Yeah, okay, there we go. Maybe a little bit more than 0.1, like negative 0.2. I'm just looking at the upper arm, the shoulder joint. Because like when I've finished throwing the spear, my shoulder joint is up a few degrees. So it goes from here, like 45 degrees to like here. So it's mostly the elbow. The elbow then needs to go straight in line. So that should be 90 degrees. It is set to go a maximum of 90 degrees. So this needs to go a full output like that. But now in this position, I feel like you don't really want the spear to be level yet. So this position, I want the spear to rotate less than it is. So this one is the wrist. So this will be like 0.7. That. It's just like, it's going slower though. The wrist one is totally going slower. What's the ratio of the forearm to the upper arm? I feel like the forearm is slightly longer. Let's move this up by 2. It's just so comically silly how fast it throws the spear straight down. All right, I'm kind of feeling like the backwards one needs to go like, I think the upper arm should go a little bit more. It is matching up with what I feel like my arm does, like right here, but it doesn't look like it's good. I'm just concerned about the wrist is slow. All the speeds are identical. It must be the weight on the wrist. This will be set to D, so the throwing, and then we have to set the delay like 0.1, and this can just be dialed in. Whoa! I was impressed with that. Oh, that was different. It looks kind of good though. That was pretty cool. That was bad. Why is it turning now? Don't do that. You were just not doing that a second ago. You were doing great a second ago. Oh, I see. I can press D while I have A on. I think I need to do a logic system to prevent that from being a possibility. I essentially want A to be a toggle, like we get in position, and then when I press D, I needed to undo A at the same time. My D control goes into the NOR gate, so it inverts that. this AND gate has to receive from that NOR gate and from the toggle. So now the original A function is not going into these logic gates, but this one is going into these logic gates. So now when I press the toggle, it activates it. But then when I press D, you can see it deactivates it. So now we go straight from here to there. All right, let me now see what does that look like if I don't have the detach function. Now, I thought maybe that might fix the wrist issue, but it doesn't. Let's put this back in here. Now we just need to dial in the delay. So we get it ready and then we release. All right, that was clearly too late. So somewhere between 0.1 and 0.2, 0.15, right there, there. Whoa, that felt too late. Let's do a couple of trials though. It feels a little bit too late. So let's go 0.13. It's like, it's the design of the spear now that's the problem. I'm realizing that I got rid of the, this functionality of the suspension with how I built this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and, we don't need the suspension. The new collision physics should make it durable enough. Whoa! Was the suspension causing the issues? That was amazing. Well, that one wasn't great. All right, maybe I can fix the angle. I'm gonna make the spear less angled. All right, if I'm at 1, what does it do? Yeah, maybe I'll do that. All right, so we are gonna have this spear a little bit more level. Oh no, that one was terrible. We're getting inconsistent results now. Look at the aerodynamics. Man, yeah, see, this is the whole reason. This is the whole reason right here is this is red. But it would just be so much cooler if the spear actually stuck into things. What if it's the center of release? Like, what if, because it's clearly heavier at the front because of all the stuff I put here. Actually, how heavy are these? These are 1.6 kilograms. Here, I'm going to attach it here now. See if that makes a difference. I don't know. It's not what I want it to be, but is it different? I think a big part of the problem is the fact that the wrist is somehow reacting slower. Because see, yeah, look at that. It's trying to point it down before it releases. That's why it's tumbling. It needs to react at the same amount of time. So this is already at max speed. I guess I don't want to lower the speed because then I lower the power, but I'll lower the speed of these two to 1.5. It's looking better, but it's still not perfect. It should all be one smooth motion. Let's see how it feels on the throw though. I mean, we're slower now, so I should have the release. Yeah, I need the release to be a little bit later again. 0.15. Oh! That was like our best one yet. Do we get consistency though? Nope. For the sake of speed, I'm just wanting to like double up this. So does that work? Well, it's definitely, you can see it's faster now. All right, now I need to dial in the speed so it's not going. Now I just need to dial in the speed so it looks like it's all one fluid motion. I don't know if that one looks like it might be better. Let's put in the detachment and see how it looks. All right, here we go. It's still rotating. All right, here's another thing I wanted to try out. I want another servo here. This one is gonna be my angle aiming, basically. So this should just be on hold position at a very slow speed. And then we can just do shift for up, control for down. So now here's like my aim, and then I can like slowly aim it up and down how I want. So now if I want to aim higher, I just tilt my arm back more and then I release. And that was absolutely terrible. Why was that like that though? It should still throw it forward. What? Oh, you know what? It added some flexibility, I think, into the system. So now if I just try to go straight without changing anything. All right, now, yep. This is a point of weakness now, a point of flex. That is, maybe this will help us in the long run. Give a little bit of a springy effect to it. So here yeah, you can see just when I go back now, you can just look at that. The wobbly, that's what's affecting the system now. All right, now I almost feel like these can go back to a normal speed. I may not need these sped up anymore. Maybe just because they're stacked up on top of each other. I'm gonna move the logic gates down and change this servo to be down here. All right, there is still a little bit of flex, but this is looking okay. And I should now still have the aiming. All right, let's just see. We just gotta fine tune some things some more. See if we can get anything usable. Whoa, all right, first one already kind of usable. Try again. That's looking great. Yeah. All right, now let's try aim upwards. There we go. That throws it higher. And then we can aim down. And we throw it down on the ground. Okay. We're almost ready to start shooting stuff. Or rather, throwing at stuff. Look at that, was great. Wow. All right, I need to borrow something over here. Just gonna go ahead and do a little bit of that. All right, look at that. We got Buster, the javelin thrower. All right, what are we gonna aim at? I'm not putting this thing on wheels. We're gonna have to, oh, should I give it like a turret style aiming thing too? And of course, what I mean by that is this. I hope this does this interfere with my functionality? Of course it does. Now everything's like breaking. But I do kind of want that. Here, let's separate it more. Okay, there we go. That worked. There is definitely an issue with proximity of moving parts. That looks great now. And other than the fact that it goes sideways, which is unfortunate because like if I give it a normal, see this tail only works in the up and down direction. If I turn it, it'll fix the sideways, but now we're probably gonna flip forwards. Yeah, but if I do a different type of tail, it's just gonna look not like a spear. I wonder if I just do just like a high drag block like this. Is that good enough? All right, let's try to, what are we gonna hit? There we go. We got a sign right here. Get ready and fire. I wish it would hit straighter. I don't know how to deal with that. It's kind of awkward that it does that. I'm gonna change the speed. Maybe we can do some adjustments here. Oh, well, that was way different than I was expecting. There's a weird threshold, like there's a barrier here that I'm crossing that changes how it behaves. 1.93. What? 1.92. And now it goes down again instead of up. Yeah, so 1.92 angles it downwards. But then 1.93 does... Okay, well, that was also kind of different. So 1.94 gonna make it go up. I don't know, I kind of like that. It's floaty, but it kind of looks better. Oh, and then it didn't do it the floaty version that time. All right, I'm just gonna... I wanted to avoid this. I was trying for so long, but I'm gonna add small tail fins to it. Of course, now it's terrible. There we go. There it is. All right, just had to slow down the wrist again. Over it. All right, so let's try to aim for the actual car ball thing and go. Oh, there we go. You can, it actually kind of goes where it's aiming. Like once you cock the arm and you look where it's aiming, you kind of want it to be aimed right. I mean, I guess the distance is gonna matter, but I'm aiming like right at it. That was as centered as it gets. I'm gonna try for the small wheel now. All right, that's pretty centered on the wheel. All right, let's see how it goes. I can't believe that actually happened first try, right in the black part. All right, I'm gonna go for the blue of in the B of car ball. I'm gonna say good enough right there. All right, and go. Ah, that wasn't the best. That launch wasn't the best one, but yeah, let's change the sensitivity of these things down to like 0.05. All right, that's looking okay. This one's going right now. Well, if that's the case, we should just be able to aim a little bit more to the left and send it. It's the same exact spot. All right, even more to the left now. Close enough. All right, let's see. Now let's go for a little bit more distance. I'm gonna spawn right here on this side of the car ball arena. And I'm gonna try to hit one of those scoreboards. I don't know if I can go that far. Let's just see what happens. I'm gonna aim up a little bit. And go! All right, I don't think I have that kind of range, unfortunately. That was... No way. I didn't expect it to work after that first one. I just didn't adjust. I aimed up for the first one, but I think kind of our starting position is almost ideal for distance. Can I replicate that, but over at the red one? Let's see. Oh, that one didn't feel as strong. Huh, I wonder why that happens. Why? Why isn't this going as far now? Why did that one work? Oh, we got stuck. Oh, there we go. That one looks better. Hey, we hit it. A little bit far to the right, but we should just aim a little bit left. That one's looking good too. Wow. I wasn't expecting this to work so well. All right, I'm gonna aim for the ball. Now we actually gotta aim down, which is a little bit unusual for this type of thing. All right, I don't know where my aim needs to be. I like how I'm like how my whole character is leaning over to look at it. All right, and go. All right, a little bit left. Thing is now, and I have to reload, which means I have to reset my entire aiming position. All right, go. You can clearly see it's not going in the direction I'm aiming. Oh, that was close. Ah, overcompensated. I wonder if these anchor blocks can even attach to the ball. I'm assuming probably not, because that would break the whole car ball game. Dang, I hit the ball, but not with the anchor block. Now it's a moving object. Great. Oh, that was close. Here, let's just go closer and find out. I really don't think the anchor blocks anchor to this thing. Now the question is, can I hit it from here? Of course not. And go. Ooh, that one went right. It's hard to anticipate how it's going to fly off of the hand. No! Oh, there we go. That was a perfect hit. I am now 100% confident that the anchor blocks do not attach to the car ball. But that was satisfying. I have so many spears around here now. I just want to take one more shot at this sign from down here. Nice. Oh, it's so good. Well, this actually ended up working out way better than I anticipated. I did not expect it to really turn into something that I could aim and hit targets with any level of precision. There were definitely some difficulties with it. I could probably get it fine-tuned more just by blindly changing things and messing around until it just feels better. But I got it to a state that is very satisfactory. So we now have a javelin version of Buster. Very robotic, but hey, he's the test robot. Look at that go. Yeah, it wasn't nearly as hard to program the like the joint movements as I thought it was going to be. It was just really a matter of like choosing the starting position, choosing the ending position, and then alternating between them. So it was kind of easier to just do it, you know, step by step. But if you have any other ideas that you'd like to see me try to do in Trailmakers, let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you'll probably enjoy some more that you can find right here on the end screen. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.